The importance of sleep is well understood, both scientifically and clinically. If we don't get enough sleep, our physical and mental health begins to deteriorate. All of us have experienced fatigue, lack of focus, or irritation when we lose sleep. Something we may not always consider is what occurs in our minds and bodies when we sleep. With sleeping, different parts of the brain play critical roles. The pineal gland produces a hormone called melatonin, which makes sleep possible. The hypothalamus regulates sleep cycles. A very important inhibitor neurotransmitter, known as GABA, helps us have a restful, anxiety-free night of sleep. As we sleep, electrical activity in the brain increases, causing suppressed thoughts from the day to resurface. Stressful and anxiety-filled events that have not been reconciled also resurface as we sleep. When we suffer from chronic stress, activity in the limbic system increases, negatively affecting brain circuitry and depleting inhibitor neurotransmitters, including GABA. Taking unresolved episodes of stress and anxiety to bed arouses the amygdala due to high levels of cortisol and adrenaline being released. These chemical changes interfere with a vital state of deep sleep known as delta sleep. During delta sleep, the brain detoxifies itself. This vital sleep stage allows the brain to heal damage. It's also important to keep in mind that as we sleep, our minds store the information gathered from the day. When we're awake, everything we learn or experience is processed through the limbic portion of the brain. As our frontal cortex notices information that it thinks it's useful, it sends signals that flag that information. These important notes of information are then temporarily stored in the hippocampus. When we sleep, this information is transferred from the hippocampus to the frontal cortex to be permanently filed. This process takes about 3 hours and occurs in delta sleep. Lack in either hours slept or the quality of our sleep affects our ability to recall details. While we sleep, our bodies also go through regeneration and repair. Muscles heal, the body detoxifies, and cells and tissues regenerate. This is also when important hormones such as growth and thyroid hormones are released. All this work takes 7 to 8 hours to complete. As we already mentioned, taking unresolved episodes of stress to bed negatively affects our ability to sleep well. There are psychiatric drugs that provide temporary relief, but at the same time, these drugs destroy various circuitries, creating further emotional and physical problems. Common symptoms of chronic stress include hyperactivity, perfectionism, constant worrying, apprehension, and not being able to say no. Understanding these symptoms is critical to becoming aware of things that are keeping us from sleeping well. Adults need 7 to 8 hours of sleep in order for the body to complete all the important mechanisms it needs to stay healthy. Children need 9 to 10 hours. If we're suffering from any sort of chronic illness, it's absolutely imperative that we get a full 8 hours of sleep each night. No matter how healthy we currently are, believing we can consistently get 4 to 6 hours of sleep each night and still perform at a high level is a myth. The damage always catches up with us and leads to chronic illness. Our bodies are amazing creations. It's important that we give them the rest they need to keep us healthy. There's a reason why we feel good when we sleep well. If you're suffering from sleep deprivation, start taking a look at the things in your control that you can change. Phytotherapi also has some great tools that have helped hundreds improve their sleep so they can enjoy healthier lives.